Hello, people. Saturday. Just did 2 yoga classes. First one is strength training, and then the traditional yoga. Feeling good. It's nice. My friend and I, we make a day of it. It takes us about a half an hour to drive there. So we get our coffee, we drive, chat, catch up, do our classes, feel good, go to 7-Eleven, get some soda. I know, not great, diet soda, but that's what we like, so that's what we do. So drive back and feel great. So here I am. I have a Halloween party to go to tonight. Very excited, very nervous too, because I'm going to be Princess Leia in the Return of the Jedi costume. I hate to use the term, but it is the slave costume, but the first costume that she wore in the movie. So that's a very revealing costume. But I'm like, you know what? That's the thing that you see that on TV or in the movies, and you're like, whoa. First of all, I was like, wait, why is Princess Leia in that costume? That's beneath her. But then, of course, you're like, whoa, she looks amazing. And you think, I can never look like that. And I don't look like that. But I look as close to that as I'll ever look. So I was like, oh, I'm wearing that costume. So we'll see. Wish me luck. If I'm in a bad mood tomorrow, you'll know that didn't go well. Anyway, let's get started. So I don't think there's any references on any of these. We'll see what we have in store. Our backyard and our background and circumstances influence who we are, but we are responsible for who we become. That is true. Again, Dr. Phil says, rise above your raisin. And it's true. It's not a disrespect to where you came from, but it's you building on that and making it better. You know, if we didn't try to make ourselves better, that would be very sad. Maybe there are people who do that, but you can always be better. And what do you have to look forward to or strive for if you're not trying to always make yourself better? The only reality is honesty with oneself. All happiness and health flows from this. There is nothing more courageous. There's a lot packed in there. The only reality is honesty with oneself. That's true. And it's so difficult to know what that is. I mean, for these videos have been helping me. Hope they're helping you. But it's interesting to see what comes out of my mouth spontaneously. And then it's interesting because I go back and I watch them and I process and evaluate and analyze them, not in a critical or obsessive way, but in a, that's interesting. And it gives me insight into myself and my life and the world. And I'm surprised by that, to be honest. Also interesting, I was talking to someone last night and who has seen some of the videos, a couple, and they said, well, you have this persona. Because I was like, well, is this what you see when I'm watching these videos? Is this the person that you see? And they said, well, no, you're clearly putting on a persona for these videos. And I was like, really? That's so interesting because that's not true. I said, to be perfectly honest, I am the most myself in these videos. And I think that's why I'm doing them, because you know, I don't know, it's really hard to verbalize. You know, I don't have, in my mind, is the idea, so if you're watching this, clearly I was wrong, but in my mind is the idea that no one's ever going to see this. No one's here, no one's ever going to see this. I'm talking to my phone, which is silly, but I have it facing me, so it looks like I'm talking to me. And, you know, I said, I honestly think that these videos are the most me that there is, because there's no one judging me. In my thought process is there's no one watching me. There's no one that's going to hear this. So I could say actually whatever I want. And you know what? Even if you are seeing this, maybe I edited stuff out that I didn't want you to see. I don't know. If I learn how to edit, we'll see. But, you know, so he said, well, does that mean when you're with me, you're putting on a persona? And I said, no, I'm not putting on a persona. But when you're with people, you couch things because you don't want to either have certain conversations or let them see a side of you that you don't want them to see, or you don't want to expose yourself. And I said, so the me that is with you is the me with you. Then there's a me with my mom, and then there's a me with my girlfriends. It's not a conscious thing, it's just a thing, right? If he saw me with my girlfriends, he might see a different person or a different side of me, and I'm sure that would be the case for him as well, because there's a lot about him I don't know, and I'm sure there's a lot about him that I don't want to know, and I'm sure he knows that, and he's keeping that quiet. So I think that's a natural human thing to do. And as we were talking later on in the conversation, he said, we were talking and he said, I don't want to go into that right now. And I said, there, you just couched yourself. That's what I'm talking about. You're couching yourself. You're not a fake you. You're just a limited version of you that is only letting out the parts that you want people to like you and you want to impress them. So you don't want those ugly parts to come out. So, considering that this is the pain stream and that I'm hiding the other streams as far as I'm aware, including this one, or at least for right now, yeah, I guess that I'm couched too. But in the things that I'm telling you, this is me. So, the only reality is honesty with oneself. Yeah. It's hard to know when you're lying to yourself. Like when you see red flags and you consciously ignore them. Like I'm doing right now. But we'll see. All happiness and health flows from this. Yeah. There is nothing more courageous. I don't know if there's nothing more courageous, but it's hard to look at yourself and all the ugly parts and say, yeah, you really didn't do such a great job here and there. But that's okay, I love you anyway. We're going to do better. All right, here's the long one. God never promised anyone an easy, challenge-free life. Actually, you can be guaranteed to face challenges and difficulties and obstacles in your life. Do you know anyone who hasn't? No, of course you don't. If you think you do, you are actually seeing one of two things. So basically, if you think that you know people that don't have any problems, you could probably think of a few. Because there are people out there that can be happy anyway. And so you think they don't have problems. They're just handling it way better. Or they're hiding it and stuffing it down. So let's see what we have to say about that. Either you're seeing a false facade in order to mask underlying issues, or you are seeing the outer manifestation of a person's true faith that God is good and that God will provide for those who follow and love him. Again, God, universe, spirit, greater intellect, whatever you want to fit in there. Something bigger than you. These people encounter the same issues, if not more, and everyone else, but they are not overwhelmed by them. Their faith is not shaken. It is a comfort, a port in the storm. They know they will get through any difficulty with God's love, and that they will grow and be stronger for it. That's important to remember. Challenges happen, they're part of life. They're the most educational experiences you'll ever have. And it's not fun, but it will definitely be worth it. They know that everything happens for ultimate good, even if it is difficult to see at the time. This is what God has promised us. Beautiful. You don't have to believe it for it to be true. I'm like, people get pissed when I say that. Talk to people about things, especially spirituality stuff. And then you say, that's okay. Yeah, my medical medium book that I follow for my health stuff, that has worked wonders for me. And it's the only thing that has, which is why I'm such a proponent of it, because I lived it. But when you tell people, it's okay, you don't have to believe it for it to be true, they get so mad. And I don't know what I'm saying is true either. They could say the same thing to me. I just wouldn't get mad because I know what I believe, and you can't shake it. And then they get even more mad. So mad. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Gotta have fun. So, listen. You probably don't understand quantum physics. You just take it on faith that it's a thing. Doesn't mean it's not true. There are things in the world that you don't even know about. Doesn't mean they're not true. You don't have to believe it for it to be true. Second. Okay, finally. If we do not listen to the messages and lessons offered to us through adversity, we are signing up for more practice. Yeah. Learn those lessons. Because if not, you're going to do it again and again and again. You're going to walk down the street. You're going to fall in a hole. You're not going to get out of that hole. It's going to take a long time. You're going to walk down the street again, fall in a hole. Till you realize, oh, my fault. My fault I fell in that hole. I got to look out for that hole. Anyway, have a great day. Peace out.